Yo, 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 what is good people? Yes, yes, we are back at it again. I told y'all I'm getting busy this week. Rollie Romero, Ismael Barroso. All right. So this is for this fight, a little post-fight reaction. Right. Now, let's see, what can I say? I will say this. The first 4 rounds, I was ready to go to sleep. I was ready to go to sleep. It was a lot of posturing and like like range finding going on, like I guess if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, what can I say about this fight? It was very boring. Now, this fight was for a vacant WBO super lightweight belt. Uh, I was not impressed by either one of these gentlemen. You got what I would say to Rollie is you got to let that fight with Tank go. You got to let it go. You got to take some chances out here because what I got from it was that Rollie was scared to be aggressive. He's thinking about the counter punches. He's thinking about the stuff he ain't going to see. But what I noticed about Rollie in that fight with Tank was that when he was aggressive, for the most part, it was effective. Once you lose a certain aspect of your game, you either add to it, because if you subtract from it, you're going to become a worse fighter, right? Now, I I promise y'all I was ready to go to sleep. Okay, the first 4 rounds, even with the knockdown of Rollie, which was weak sauce too, but he actually looked like he was buzzed when he got hit, which the punch didn't look that hard, but who am I? I didn't feel it. So, but he looked like he was a little hurt by it, and that should be troubling for Rollie's camp. That a 40-year-old man uh was holding his own with Rollie for the most part. I mean, the last round was the last round, right? But even with that, it's controversy behind that. Like, you know, the referees, the worst thing you could do as a referee is become a part of the story. This was a veteran referee, been in the game for many years. Like the worst thing you want as a referee is to become a part of the story. Okay. And excuse me, it actually did more harm that the fight got stopped when it did, because he looked hurt, but he none of those punches landed. If you look at the flurry when you look at the flurry when homeboy got TKO, none of the punches was hitting him. Nothing touched him. So I don't know what the referee was looking at and made it look like it's time to call the fight, but nothing really came in and hurt uh Barboso. So I don't know what that referee was looking at. Weeks, that's his name. Yeah, Weeks. I don't know what he was looking at. And the old man, to me, was more aggressive than Rollie. Now, Rollie, he sat down on his punches a few times, but I think that's what his style is. For him to make his style to work is power, right? I mean, everybody was telling Tank that he got to watch out for Rollie's power, right? And and if that's the case, that's should be your calling card. Like it shouldn't have been no bullshit ass TKO, right? It should have been somebody hitting the canvas or the punches are landing, and that just wasn't the case. I mean, even the people in the arena was booing Rollie as he walked out of the. It's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. But what can you say? We do have a new WBO super lightweight champion, right? Rollie Romero won a belt for fighting a 40-year-old. Well, I mean, my man did come off four straight victories. Yeah, four straight victories. And this fight was for, a vacant title. You know, neither one of these gentlemen had the belt at the time. This was for a vacant title. Now, Barboza, if he would have picked up his, you know, punch output, I think Rollie would have even been in more trouble. He would have been in more trouble. And it's like, what Rollie got to look forward to, especially now that you're a champion. You got to look forward to guys looking for you. And pretty sure the guys that will be coming ain't going to be 40-year-old men. So who do I see for Rollie to build his brand back up? I know at the end of the fight, he said he wants Tank Davis again. Nah, brother, you don't want that. You need a little more polishing. You need to become a gym rat and just stay in the gym. You look too robotic in your punching. Nothing looks fluid in your punching. Nothing look like it's shooting from the hip. Everything look like it's 1, 2, 3. Rock'em sock'em robot. Uh, I don't know what you will have to do for that to fix that. I would expect your trainer to start working on your mechanics. I think that's what Rollie needs to get better and to fight a better class of fighter. He definitely have to work on his mechanics. He needs to be a little more loose and fluid in the release of his punches because he looks very robotic. Everything looks like you could see what's great happen before it happens. And fighting any of the elite guys, a Tank Davis, a Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, hey, I mess around, throw Tiafimo in there. I think all those guys beating Rollie. Just with like Rollie would have to uh he would have to get like a lucky punch in, because when it comes to just boxing, he needs a little more polish. And I'm not trying to downgrade the brother. He won his fight last night, right? But what I'm trying to say is, he needs to live in the gym. He started out doing judo. Judo, y'all know how those MMA fighters uh they want to start transitioning into boxing, and a pure boxer will always be any MMA if they're doing boxing, right? Because boxers train from a young man or a young woman to just use these. So you learning how to shoot the jab and all that good stuff. And the earlier you start, the better you are, right? You could tell Rollie had a late start and learning how to throw punches correctly. And because judo, if I'm not mistaken, it's a martial art more in the realm of tossing people, and you just doing a lot of tossing, throwing people. And he's strong, Rollie strong and everything, and that probably will work for him in that field. But in boxing, you could tell who's got a little seasoning on them, got a little Creole seasoning on them. You know what I'm saying? Who got a little flavor up in them because they move different. And I don't see that when I watch Rollie. I think Rollie needs to Rollie. I don't know what more I need to say when it comes to him, but he need to polish up, his technical skills if he want to be in the ring with the likes of a Shakur Stevenson or a Devin Haney or Gervonta again. Because Gervonta, like everybody been saying, he's more than just a puncher. He can box. He set up that counter right hand to get uh Rollie out of there several times. You've seen it coming. I said, oh, counter right coming is coming. And with the aggressiveness Rollie showed in that fight, it was only a matter of time for, you know, Gervonta to catch up with him. But I think that's Rollie's recipe for success. Being aggressive, bully, like playing bully ball. Like if you know, big guy in the sport of basketball, you throwing your weight around a little bit, right? A little bully ball goes a long way when people are outmatching you and other. They're more athletic, they're more nimble, and I think Rollie, for him to be effective, I think he needs to be aggressive at all times. Because as soon as he had a lull in his fight with Barbosa started putting it on him. A little bit here and there. Like it wasn't an action fight, good people. I'm telling you, I was like this. Oh, what happened? What happened? Oh, they still dancing. Okay. Oh, Rollie got knocked down. Okay. Okay, let me. Oh, oh my God. Listen, it was a snooze fest. And unfortunately, I don't like making people the butt of my jokes, but that is an honest critique of the fight. For me, it was very boring, um, very little action. The knockdown that Rollie got knocked down with wasn't uh, spectacular. It was more of Rollie moving at the same time getting hit with a left hook, and he fell. And like I said, when Rollie got the TKO, none of the punches actually hit Barbosa. So I don't know what to say, good people. All that I can say, we got to do shit a different way. That fight was boring. Well, hopefully, uh, Rollie get in the gym. Like I said, He needs to work not only on being this is my opinion, and I'm not a trainer, good people. It's just my opinion, right? From what I see, looking in flaws that I see, he needs to work on being more loose. And like I said, with his punches, it looked like this, literally. Rock'em sock, right? So they need to, incorporate some kind of, getting the move. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, right? You gotta know how to move. You gotta look fluid when you in there boxing. It's almost like a dance with somebody. And Rollie got two left feet. Stop playing, okay? All right. The other thing I would say, with Rollie being the younger guy in this fight, I think he should have been a lot more aggressive. Like, take a chance. Just because you got knocked out before don't mean it's going to happen again. You should have been working on how to counter the counter, right? That would have gave you a little more, a little more, balls to get in the mix with somebody. Because if that's how you're going to be fighting Devin or Shakur or Tank or even Tiafimo, they going to beat you, bro. Because they way more fluid in the way they move, ring generalship. You can see it. Rollie looked like he just wanted to be on the outside all night. And you ain't that great of a boxer to play on the outside. Your strength was being aggressive up to this point. And I think anything other than that, until you get better at boxing, I think will be at a detriment to you. I think aggressiveness is the key for your success. And I think you need to work on your footwork, work on combinations, the way they release, because everybody can throw a combination, but when to do it, work on countering the counter puncher. And yeah, boring fight, but we do have a new champion, super lightweight champion of the WBO, Rollie Romero. Woohoo! Keep up the fight, young brother. Train, get better. I guess we'll see him in the next one. Let's see if he decides to take the fact that now that he's a champion to bring a quality opponent, what I think will be a good fight for boxing fans. What I think will be a really good fight for boxing fans, right? Rollie Romero, Teofimo Lopez. I think that will be a really good fight. I think people will want to watch that. I think that's a good fight for the people. Whoever wins, they the super lightweight champion of the WBO. Rollie Romero is now, but I think that's a good fight. I think that'll be a step up in class again for Rollie. And I think for Teofimo, it'll be going sideways because Teofimo already fought great fighter. And Lomachenko, and he also lost to a really good fighter where he lost his belts. Okay, so that's what I got for this fight, good people. It's just not a long one. I just wanted to comment on it. And let me know down in the comments what you think. Let me know if I was blowing hot smoke. Or was I right in my critique? Put them down in the comments. Again, like, subscribe to the channel. And that's all I got for you, man. Peace to all of you on your journey. A brother is starting to get back. Yeah, I'm starting to get back. Second one down. Bam. I told you I'm coming hard this week. Stop fighting. Peace to all of you on your journey. Deuces. I'm out.
I got it ripping and running from weekends. I got it running around and I'm running about what he said. I want what she said. Don't worry about weekends, don't worry about me, yeah. I done been too much, you know, I'm just, it got my back.